All right. Well, hello out there. This is Mike from WindowsForum.com and Joe from Stack-Tech.com, and we are going to play Prison Architect, which is a new game. Well, it's kind of new, but it's just been in alpha for years. We're going to play it and basically do a play along.
Yeah,
And,
kind of a tutorial because I'm new to the game and I'd like to know how to do some of the basic stuff that I don't understand in the game.
right. And I'm excited to be getting started here. And we're just going to get started. I'm
All
just going to make
right.
a cup of coffee first. So, Joe, you have questions and stuff.
I do.
Maybe we'll start off real quick, but I'm just going to make a quick cup of coffee, Joe.
All right.
Maybe you can entertain the audience and talk about your lack of understanding of this game. Maybe even your understanding of what it is. What is Prison Architect?
Seems to be a prison emulator.
Yes, a prison
Simulator.
simulation that it hasn't lost its taste for a video game, but it's pretty close. I mean, the type of scenarios they're putting in there and the amount of content that's actually within the prison surrounding. You're not just creating a prison, you're actually maintaining it once it's created, and you're sort of evolving it like SimCity or something, but the amount of content there makes it very realistic, and in a lot of ways, once you're done building the prison, it kind of becomes sort of monotonous and depressing like a real prison. It's almost like you've become the master of a terrible place.
The
So,
overseer.
yeah, so hold on one sec. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee, and Joe will talk more about the game. Who is the creator of this game, right? Chris DeLay, I think, or something, Joe?
I'm
Are
not
you
sure,
sure?
actually. I'm a newbie to the game, so.
Well, I'll be instructing you on how to build the ultimate prison.
All right. I'm going to look up the website really quick.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we don't. This is for fun. Joe runs his company, his IT company, Stack Tech, and I am running the WindowsForum.com website. We're both administrators on that website, and this is being broadcast live to everybody out there. But really, probably nobody's watching, and you will eventually once we're done recording. But this is being broadcast live. It's just we kind of have nothing to do, and it looks fun, so we're going to go ahead and play this game. I'll just be right back.
All right.
All right. All righty. Be right back.
The Prison Architect is made by Introversion Software, introversion.co.uk. As Mike said, it has been an alpha for quite a while. I've kind of read up on the different alpha builds and the changes between the different versions. Looks like it goes all the way back to 2012, so it's been in development for 2 years now. I do believe you have to. I played it with a friend. He bought the game. You can go ahead and purchase it now. Let's see what the price is here. It's $30 for the base pack, and they have different packs that go up all the way up to $100, depending on what you want to get. But it looks like the base pack is enough to get you in the alpha and playing. It's a cutesy little game. It's not very big as far as the download and install. It runs very well, even on some of the larger maps. Zooming in and out, it's very fluid. Partly due to probably the graphics being pretty simple, but the game itself has a lot of AI built into it, and a lot of you build the prison from the ground up. So you're putting down roads, you're putting down the electric wires, you're putting down the plumbing, every wall, you name it. You get to build that. You get to hire your guards, hire an accountant, psychiatrist, doctor, and I'm not even sure what all these roles entail because, like I said, I am new to the game. So Mike's going to school me a little bit on getting started up because even some of the mundane tasks in Prison Architect can be hard for somebody that's even played simulation games before. And that's part of the problems that I'm having with this game is just not understanding how some of the basic functions work. It's in alpha, so they may help. They may make a better help system in the game or better documentation and maybe some better tooltips or even a tutorial level would be very nice. And that may already be in the game. I just don't know where it's at. That's a possibility too. You can share your prison with friends through Steam, it looks like, or you can manually download other people's prisons and stick them in your app data game folder and open them from there as well. That could be a good way to learn. So hopefully Mike almost has his cup of coffee here. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on the intro version website here. So here's the intro version website. And let's go to Prison Architect here. They have a video here about it. These guys are really awesome. They do YouTube videos on the different builds and what's new in them. They're also active on the Skype community and pretty responsive. They now have a good bug reporting system for people running the alpha to be able to report bugs for the software directly to the developers so the bugs can be worked on. They take donations down here, little donation button at the bottom. Let's see what this base pack entails here. If we click the purchase link, oh, it takes you right to PayPal, so we won't do that. Go back. So yeah, that's the basics, and we'll have Mike start up a new map, an empty map, and teach us how to make a small prison. I think that would be very educational for me and for some of the viewers out there that may have purchased this game and don't actually understand it. All right, I'm going to quit my screen share now, and we'll let Mike go ahead and...
All right, Joe. As you see, I've taken a shower while I was gone. All right, so I guess we'll get started.
Yeah, I'd like to do just like a small blank map with no lakes, no... Well, part of my problem was even just getting a forest cleared. So...
You shouldn't have that level of difficulty, Joe. I mean...
I know, I've played other simulators. I'm a pretty avid video gamer, but some of the things in this game just seemed a little...
All right, well, you have to think of, like, maximum security to be, like, the most important thing, because otherwise your prisoners will just run away. Did you get to a point where you at least had prisoners?
Yeah, but then I stopped because I felt like I was not doing an adequate enough job even getting plumbing and electrical routed correctly and all that.
That's normal. That's completely normal to feel that. So you can run it that way where it's like a, Guantanamo Bay or something.
No electricity.
Right. Right. The only water is for the waterboarding. Okay, no, that's not in the game. Sorry if that's 18 and over discussion. We tortured some folks. All right.
So yeah, let's start out on a small map and just do the basics.
Right. Well, go ahead and I'll start screen sharing now. Let's see if we have a problem. Tell me if you can see it, Joe. Because I'm going to try to... Can you see?
I see your cursor.
Maybe it just has to render.
I think you have to share the full screen. Did you share the full screen?
Oh, no, I didn't. There we go. Already technical.
Some games in Google Hangout, you have to share the full screen. Some of them like windowed mode. It just depends.
Right. And my mouse is not doing too well, so if it clunks out, please don't worry about that. It'll just come back again in a couple seconds. Not exactly the best scenario. All right. I'm going to share my screen. You're going to see mirror effect real quick. It's going to go crazy. And now, Joe.
There we go.
There we are. All right. Now, I think we need to start over, however. We do have 23 hours. This is a small map. I think this is one of the smallest. You'll see that we have deliveries over here and garbage goes here. Anytime you see this thing, like, I'm not used to playing the game in windowed mode, so it's difficult for me to move about. Hold on, there we go. Maybe? No, I can't. It's hard to move up and down.
Yeah, you can use the arrow keys.
Yeah, but that's a pain in the ass. Excuse me, it's a pain in the butt. So you can, I don't know. Hold on. Let's try, can we try full screen and see if it still renders? Or do you think it won't?
Sure. You can try.
All right, hold on. Options. Um, what is it? Graphics, right? Can you still see
Hmm.
this?
Yes.
Anytime it blanks out, let me know. All right, hold on. It's blanked. It's blank for me now too. So,
Yeah, it
can you
takes a
see?
minute. Yeah, yeah.
You can see it in full screen.
Yes, we're good.
Oh, great! I have full functionality now. Okay, let me start over. Create a new prison. All right. We don't want a continuous intake. We don't want lakes. Oof. We don't want. Uh, they have. You can have like buildings that are derelict that you can
I tried that, and it
reconstitute.
seemed kind of hard to reconstitute them as.
Yeah, it's
Well, I didn't like
not.
it.
The game is still an alpha, so there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make any sense. So like lakes don't really have any benefit in the game. Forests, they actually are good for having, I think, extra wood for your workers.
Should we take off the fog of war for demonstration purposes, or?
Nah, we should leave it. I think it's more realistic to
Okay.
have the fog of war. I think. Well, we'll see. I don't know, dude. All right. All right. So we're starting over. Let's pause the game right away because see the clock is ticking, and this where it says shower here. This is your regimen of what your inmates would normally do, but obviously we have no staff. We only have workers, and these workers are assigned to basically go ahead and build. And right now we're in the building stage, and the CEO is saying, "Congratulations, welcome." Right, he's the CEO of a prison, so he wants you to make money making license plates or some crap. And basically, this is a tutorial. He's telling you you need to save money by starting with a single large holding cell, which can be shared between many prisoners at once. Right, so this guy's giving you tips. He's the real warden of the. Oh wait, I'm the warden, and Joe, you're the. I don't know the
The newbie.
chief. Right, you're the chief torture expert or some crap. I don't know. And yeah, this is an American prison, so the conditions should be, depending on how rich you are. We're going to make this is going to be a maximum security prison because we're going to have bad people in this prison. I think, Joe. I think we should have like the worst of the worst in this one.
All right, and can you explain outside of here, at the top of the screen, the money intake and the daily funds?
Yes, yes. All right. The money intake, look, this is how much money you have in the bank now, okay? Now you can get grants just by building certain things. Like a basic detention center is what you're aiming for at first. A holding cell, a shower, a yard, a kitchen, a canteen, 2 guards, and 2 chefs. So a holding cell is where your prisoners go when there's no regular cells available for them, right? A holding cell
Right.
is kind of like, all right, that's where you go when you get locked up and the
Kind of like
prison's
the drunk
overbooked.
tank in county
Right.
jail.
Yeah, it is. It's the drunk tank. It's where you're going while you're waiting to be sent to a regular cell. And, you get grants. It's sort of almost like a bonus to help you continue building because ultimately you're going to run into a situation where you're literally just not making enough money or you're going to run out. Now, this is the daily cash flow. So you need an accountant to see what's coming in and out, but right now you have no structures. Okay, you have nothing that you're building. All you have is workers, so
So the
it's fair.
money out there is just showing the workers right now, right?
Right, you're getting 2,000 a day stipend. You could say that that's from the federal or state government or both or whatever. You're getting a certain amount of money for this being a prison, obviously. And obviously money out is uh, that's because you have so many workers. That's how much the workers are costing you. Now, when you bring prisoners into the prison, depending on their risk level, they are going to generate income. The more prisoners that you have, the more you get paid for housing those prisoners, presumably by the state or whatever entity you may imagine in your mind. It must be different in each country, but the developers have stated that they basically have modeled the game around the U.S. prison system. Like, for example, they're British, so in the British prison system, you don't have really jail door. You don't have a jail cell like the bars. You don't have those in England. You have more like a door with a window where they put food through it and stuff. That's more of the British model, from what I understand. And the Alcatraz, they were sort of inspired by the old prisons, that are kind of famous in Hollywood and stuff like that. But once they started this game and they turned it into a realistic simulation, or at least semi-realistic, they started realizing, well, hey, this is a fun game, but let's start talking about some serious issues. I mean, so they added things that you would not seek in a conventional simulation. I mean, there's issues like drug addiction and alcoholism that can severely affect not only the quality of life in your prison, but the chance that your prisoners will go crazy and riot or try to escape. They even thought about adding suicide into the game, but they felt like, that's something that they really have to debate about, and the game's still in alpha, and it's not something that they want to.
I think it'd be
It would be
more
really
realistic.
it would be more realistic, but it would be in a lot of countries it's very taboo, Joe, and it's kind of almost like the crossing the point where it's not a game anymore, and it's almost like a disgusting sort of you know.
Do they at least have prison murder?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well at
Yes.
least we got that.
You're
So
going to see that eventually, Joe, as we set up this present. So let's get started. I mean, this is how much you're bringing in, but you know how we're going to get a lot of money up front is we want to create an administrative center. It consists of 2 offices. We have to have a warden for the prison. We want to unlock finance. This is a research tree, and I'll show you that.
right.
And we want an accountant so we know where our money's going and how we can save money and keep making money for the prison. So you can do about 2 at a time, right? Once you get an accountant, you can work on more than 2 grants at a time.
And you've went ahead and turned off intake correctly under prisoners.
That's correct.
All
Now,
right.
yeah, see the intake, they'll keep coming in and you'll never be able to stop it
Yeah,
unless you
that
turn
happened to
off the
me.
intake. Right. That happened to me the first 8 hours I played this game. I had hundreds of prisoners just in the holding cell breaking it down trying to escape, like literally destroying walls, and it was pretty heinous. The first game that I ever did of this.
So
So
pausing it, turning off intake, probably when you first start is definitely a good way to go.
there's a certain amount of it's sort of like Rollercoaster Tycoon meets I don't know what it would meet. Meets The Sims or something. I don't know how else you'd describe it. There's a lot of elements of a lot of different games, but it really is its own game in a lot of ways. So, because you're not building a theme park here, you're building a damn prison. So it's a little bit darker, but I think that there's a lot more detail. So let's just get started, shall we?
Okay, so I
Unless you
see
have any
now that you've
questions. You see,
selected.
we already
Now
got
you've
some
already
money.
taught me some stuff. Now that
Right.
you've picked, yeah, now that you've picked your grants, you've gotten the money, and they show
Right.
up in the to-do list. So that's
In
nice.
fact, we haven't gotten the full amount, Joe. We've gotten almost like
In advance.
a temporary advance. Right? See if you hover over. There's a lot of stuff that I normally just scroll past and don't even realize I'm not reading it. We have $20,000 paid out of the $30,000 total for the basic detention center,
Nice.
and for the administrative center, we received $5,000 out of the $10,000
All right,
total.
that makes sense.
So you might, I would say, maybe we should focus on an administrative center first. We really need that warden. Uh,
So since you have
yeah,
it
we
paused,
can
you're going to
work
go
on
ahead and queue up these buildings that you're going to build initially,
right.
and then they're going to build in the order that you queue them, right?
Depends on the supplies. I think it's every 24 hours. I might be wrong. A certain amount of supplies comes in by truck,
Okay.
and that determines whatever they have available.
So your
They'll go
worker's
ahead.
AI is smart enough to see, hey, this stuff's here. Let's work on this
Right.
until the next load comes in. Okay, that's great.
Right, and they'll try their best to, sometimes they'll just stand around waiting for the next shipment, but for the most part, it's not that bad. So, like, okay, let's just build. I think we should build the administrative center. That's normally what I would build first because I'll also use that as a. We need we need. Okay, there's a couple things I should show you as well before we even start. Okay, this is the grading of your prison, and it's based on when your prisoners are released, their recidivism rate. So like, are they going to go ahead and go back and go kill people again or whatever, or go steal a car? You can actually look at each prisoner and determine what's going on with them once you get a psychologist.
Okay.
And that's sort of like the score right now. That's sort of the end game score. But there's a lot more to it than that. I wanted to show you what we can do here. Where it would be under reports. I think you still need, oh yeah, bureaucracy. Yeah, you need the warden. So I'll show you that in a second, why that's so important. That's where your research tree comes in.
My first question is fairly simple. What's the difference between a brick and a concrete building?
That's a good question. I think right now it may only be aesthetic,
Okay.
but it's because the price for the foundation is basically, I think, the same. We can go, wait, 10?
It is the same. Yeah,
It's
it is
10,
the same.
right, and brick is 10, right. But then when you get into building materials, you'll see that like a perimeter wall is way stronger, but it's it's ridiculously expensive. Like concrete and brick are basically the same right here, and then you get a fence for $3 per square, and you'll see why you need a fence at some point. I'll show you why.
You'd think you would start with the fence.
Well, I have started with the fence in the past, but the chance of running out of money
I see.
is pretty high if we build the fence first.
I see.
Although you have,
Plus, I guess if you're starting out with just minimum security, you probably don't need it as much, and then you get up to maximum security.
Right. I mean, we're definitely, and this is of course how you zone the rooms, but we're not going to zone anything yet. We need to build foundation for at least an administrative building. What you want to do with the administrative building is keep it away from prisoners. They tend to go on a rampage when they do get in there, if they do, and it's pretty bad, dude. Because eventually you'll have a lot of stuff in here. You'll be finding that you're building extensions to the administrative center, and there's a reason why it needs to be separated. It's just things get wild.
So do you eventually fence it in?
You can fence it in. I tend to fence the whole prison in.
Right.
In fact, see where this deliveries area is? I would turn the delivery and the garage area both into rooms that connect into like a main thoroughfare or a main lobby, you might say. But this becomes a problem because then it's like, well, how do you transfer the prisoners? Because they're going to come through that main entrance between the deliveries area and the garbage area. But I'll show you. I may not get this perfect either. There's a good chance the first time around I may fail here, and
that's okay. We're just going for a basic tutorial and an understanding of the game.
Right. I mean, we could go on really playing this thing hardcore. What I would do here, I would build it up. I'd spend a significant amount of money on this area because you're going to need a lot of staff here, even though you don't realize yet. So here, look, see, it requires an entrance as well. So the time is still frozen. Nothing's been built. The basic foundation is being laid, but we also need an entrance. And what we'll use for this, unless we're really concerned about security, the thing is we'll use a staff door, and there's a reason why. We can use a regular door, but that means prisoners can get in too, and so can visitation. Families can get in there by mistake. Anyone can go through a regular door if they get loose. All right. So a staff door, only the staff, someone with the keys to the staff door can get in. So that would be your warden, your workers, so forth and so on. You see what I'm saying, Joe?
Right. I think the workers can't get in. Actually, I think don't they have to have a guard let them in?
That's if you use a jail door or this is new, remote control door.
Right.
That's when you set up like a CCTV room and a computer control room this is like new stuff that they just added in this build, where basically your guards, instead of patrolling the prison, they can run the whole prison from like a security booth, which is kind of cool. There's cameras you can set up and all sorts of stuff. So normally what I would do, I'll just show you how I've gotten around this whole thing. I'll add like there's a certain art form to this too. I mean, a lot of people enjoy the construction part of the game. I think
Sure, you want to
that's
optimize your pathways and make it make sense.
right, and you know, make it look a little bit realistic, even though the graphics aren't too, you know, not the best graphics in the world here, but that's not sort of not the point of the game. So see, you notice I built this door here
Right.
because this whole foundation to even be completed, you need to have a door. Otherwise, it'll never form into a building. So
And then I've also noticed, so the game also deals with plumbing and electricity, so by default you don't have either.
right. So that's a good point. So while we're on normal time right now, you can see that the time is going by. It's this is the regular time frame. Normally I would speed things up to watch them build this thing really quick, but you made a great point. We need utilities. And in the game, what you want to do is you want to build a power station. You need electricity. I mean, you don't need it, but without it, it's almost like you're running a Guantanamo Bay style. I mean, not even. You're just running some gulag.
Well, that's interesting. I was putting mine outside. You can put them inside?
Yeah, I mean, you might you could put them outside, but if there's a riot in the prison,
Right.
they will go after the power station. They will try to escape, but some of them will remain behind just because they have a murderous rage about them, and they'll go around and just start destroying everything, dude.
Okay. And
So
then
I
does
mean,
this go underground even though you're placing it in a building, or is it above
no,
ground?
it is above ground.
Okay, so it's a generator, like it's a...
Right, it's like a generator, right? It generates electricity. It's sort of not really telling you how it's generating it, but for the most part, it's a generator. And
Okay.
that's why you need capacitors, and I'll show you that now. I hate to, you know what, I hate to use up space, like you just said, oh, why is it inside? I agree with you, but it's better, it's for security reasons. I don't know, dude, you got to put it inside.
Right.
And I'm
I
gonna,
would I would probably make a little building just for it, but that would be my
yeah.
take.
Well, what I will do is in this building, I will create like a little room where it's
For it.
located, yeah, and that should be good enough. But uh, you won't need that much in the way of capacitor power. But I'm just gonna give it some space. I think that's fine. 1 square of
Yeah, I think
space.
so.
All right. Okay. So there you go. But now notice what you don't have and what you will need is I would say about 6 capacitors. This thing, because otherwise you're just going to lose power as you expand your
Right.
thing.
So you don't need to
Your
make another
prison.
generator per se. If you've already got one, you can beef it up with these capacitors.
Right, and you can pretty much go on and on with the capacitors as far as I know. I've never really had to add so many that I ran out.
So we got electricity, now we're going for water.
Right. We'll turn this into. I mean, we could make this a storage room too. Zone it as storage and let the workers put extra supplies in here and stuff if we want to, sort of like a maintenance room.
Now, does the
Uh,
water station have a similar issue of capacity or no?
no,
Okay.
the water station. Presumably, we're imagining. I guess we're using our imagination here. The water station is simply bringing water from the outside world, and this is sort of the water main
Okay.
sort of pumping station. But there is an issue. We have large pipes and we have small pipes, okay? Now, the small pipes have a distance from the water pumping station. The large pipes don't. You can zone large pipes everywhere into every toilet, but there is a problem with that, Joe, and you can probably imagine what that problem may be
Water
in,
pressure.
in a prison. No, not water pressure,
No?
Joe.
Oh, people
Well,
sneaking out.
yes, they'll actually try to dig out through the pipes, dude.
Ah, nothing like climbing out of a sewage pipe.
Right, they'll try. Literally, you're building a sewer system in the prison, and they will try to use it to get out. And
That's
they'll-
one of the issues I had with this game was trying to figure out when you lay down power lines and large pipes and small pipes, what kind of an area does that pipe encompass? Like, do you literally have to hook it up to every toilet, or can you get it with one square of a toilet, or how does that work?
you literally have to connect it
Okay.
directly in. But
Okay.
it would be wise, like say with the plumbing, you could run large pipe, and then when you get to a cell block that you've built, and I'll show you how to build cells if we get onto it. Build cells a little bit easier. You can use the small pipes coming out of the large pipes.
Gotcha.
You don't have that problem of,
And then I also noticed there's a
the great
disconnect
escape.
switch that you can put on the pipes. What kind of scenario would you want to shut off the water to a building?
Um, uh, I'm not sure, Joe.
Okay.
Actually, I have no idea.
It's under utilities and pipe valve, I noticed, but okay, well,
Well, you have circuits now and logical circuits. They added a lot of stuff to the game since I last played it.
all right,
And
well, we'll learn the
yeah, the pipe.
foundations
I
here.
noticed the pipe valve. Yeah, maybe if you wanted to turn water off to a building, I'm not entirely sure why you would want to do that though.
Now
You
you
know,
do have to power your water station. I did notice that.
right? And I'm putting. You'll see I'm running cable
So
here.
blinking icons means, hey, I need attention. I don't have power, right? Right now that's saying
Right.
it needs power. Okay, that
What
makes
those
sense.
are, Joe, believe it or not, those are light bulbs that they're installing, and that's why they're blinking.
I noticed that you can, if you manually make your building yourself, you have to lay those down. But if you do like you did and pick the foundation,
Right. Manually making the building is almost never a good idea in
it
this game.
is, and that's what I first started out doing, and I was so annoyed with the game.
Right. So I'm, taking some liberty to build a lot of uh, electrical cable here. It's going to take them some time to bring it in, but I just want to get everything, up and running here. What I would do with the water, though, is I wouldn't run any water pipes until you've actually got stuff that needs water. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, right now, you're going to need water if you want to run a decent prison. You're going to want to have water. Um, for example, you're going to want to have toilets in the holding cell, and maybe a showering area in the holding cell, which isn't required, but it'll prevent your prisoners that are stuck in the holding cell from getting really,
Right.
disgruntled and wanting to kill again or whatever.
And can water lines intersect power lines?
I've noticed some problems with that. I have
Okay.
noticed that, but it's not. They can intersect, but they can't run this through the same path.
Okay.
If you see what I'm saying. And I guess we'll probably just want to run down here a bit, not all the way, but yeah, whatever. So see,
See,
this is
I think for the developers, they should, like, while you're laying down a line, it would be really helpful if it would highlight the area that that power line is going to provide power to.
Oh yeah, well that's a good suggestion, and the developers, as far as I know, I mean they're on Skype, I think, and they have this Mantis bug tracker thing where I think you can still request
I saw
features.
that. Yeah.
So that's actually a great idea.
Here's another question. I know it's stupid, but you
Well,
see
you
how
can actually do a planning. There's a planning mode. I've never actually used that at all, ever. So I'm scared to even use it. I'm not really sure what would happen here. Oh, see, you could build walls. Nothing will actually happen. It's all just imaginary.
right.
So, see what this does. That's what it would look like, I guess. How do you make it into a non-planning thing? I don't.
Hmm.
Anyway, what were you saying, Joe?
Oh, just a simple question. So the staff door that's sitting there, they just put that aside, right?
The staff door?
Yeah. Because here's part. When I was building
Where do you see
buildings,
that?
the
No, they're
staff,
using it, dude. They're using it. It's open.
it's just kept open. Okay.
Right. It's kept open until you get some prisoners.
Okay.
It'll stay open. Well, in fact, if just say we built a jail cell door there, right? Like a jail cell door, a jail cell door with bars, Joe,
Right.
it would stay open until there's at least one prisoner in the prison.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like they're keeping it open,
See, to
knowing
me,
that.
I kept thinking, well, there's a hole in the wall. They built the door to the left, but why is there a hole in the wall? And then I tried to build a wall. So that was a little confusing.
Right. Well, see, what I'm going to do now is exactly what I said before. I'm going to isolate this room with a wall, and maybe I'll add a little bit extra space here because I do have the conceptualization to build a storage center or something. Let's see if I can do that. But we're going to need a door, and this time I mean, the staff door is $100, a regular door is 50. It
So you
doesn't hurt.
figure, you figure if nobody got in here, then you wouldn't need one. But then if you're over,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt for the extra security just to put an extra staff door, I guess,
right,
just in case.
right.
You never know if some maniac does get in, breaks through that door, they're going to try to get into the back. You never know. So I would look at it that way. But now, here's where we get the interesting thing, and this is rooms, okay? So right now, there's not much that you can do. In fact, what I'd like to do, though, is make this a storage area like we were talking about. And this is one of the rooms that has like almost no requirements. So you can just zone all of this. Basically, it's like zoning in, if you remember SimCity.
Does it tell you what benefit you get
Now
from
it's a
saying
storage
that
room.
storage?
Well, instead of stuff just going in the garbage or laying around, they'll just start putting extra stuff in there.
Okay, I see.
So like all this wood and stuff, when they're not doing anything, they'll move it in there, and they'll also rest in there. If I'm not mistaken, the workers will rest in the
Ah,
storage
okay.
room.
Nothing
Uh,
like resting between the water supply and the power
right, right. I mean,
generator.
nothing like going into a dark cellar
We'll be
where.
smoking cigarettes back there.
Right, right. All
Oh,
right.
another really simple question, really quick.
You'll
While
see,
I'm
see, he's
thinking,
moving. Look, he's moving into
yeah,
storage. Yeah, the brick. So there he goes. He's there. One of them's working at least. So yes. Anyway.
another really simple question, or maybe you can answer this while you build your holding cell. Well, when you get to that, but like the bench object is a pretty long object, and I could not find a way to rotate objects. Is it just this simple 2D game that you're not going to ever rotate
No, you
anything?
can rotate anything, my friend, with the R
Okay.
key. R key.
Oh, okay, that
Yes.
makes sense because they're using WSAD like most games for moving around, and then
Right.
R is
I
right
mean,
there. Okay.
if you're in full screen, you can move around and zoom in and out with the scroll wheel and the mouse.
Right. See,
But
I'm a
R
mouse
will rotate.
person. You know what they should add is when you click on something like a bench and you go to drop it down, like maybe when you drop it down, you can right click and rotate it around. That would be awesome. But okay, very
Right.
cool.
Well, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here real quick, okay?
All
I'm going
right.
to create an office because we've created a big room here, and we don't want, and this is going to be our administrative room. We don't want any crazy prisoners in here. They need to be isolated somewhere else. This is going to basically just be an office building for now. So the requirement, what you got to do is when you're zoning is you have to look. We already have a base building, so the way I look at it is, okay, we can zone in here now. It's got to be a minimum size of 4x4. It has to have an office desk, a chair, filing cabinets, and it has to be indoors. So we can create one right now as long as it's 4x4.
Right. So this would be for like the warden, the psychiatrist, and all the different types of workers that need an office, right?
Exactly. So right there, I'm creating an office, and I don't know, I'm weird. I will put walls around it only because I feel like, you know what? You're gonna have an office in the middle of a hallway.
Compartmentalize.
Right. It just doesn't make any sense. So, all right, I'll show you how to rotate a door right now. We'll use a staff door again because we might as well just use staff doors for the whole place.
Oh, now that's aesthetic though for
Ours.
doors, I think, isn't it? Because I think they
Yeah,
open,
I think so at this point.
but it
It's
looks
not,
nicer than what I've been doing.
yeah, and it's not, it doesn't look messed up, basically. Yeah, aesthetic. So yeah, the game's still in alpha. But what we will do is we've got to put some crap in here. The office desk, correct? So
Right.
like we can put the office desk, I don't know, here, and a chair, right, and a filing cabinet,
You can rotate your chairs too. Ah, yeah, there you
and,
go.
and a filing
See, my
cabinet.
first prison looked like crap.
It's all right, dude. Mine did too. Mine was just a place where people went into a holding cell and they rioted, and I hired a lot of
So you
security
can
guards to
see
put
that the
them
room
down.
still needs something because it has the red triangle, right? And if you
Right.
hover over it, it'll
And
tell
you
you.
hover over it, it's telling you, look, yeah, this is what you need. Otherwise, it's not complete or whatever. But like this guy's bringing in the desk. This guy's bringing in a filing cabinet, and before you know it, it will be good to go. So I will go ahead and hire a warden. And Warden is important because he gives you access to what I would call the technology tree. Um, let's just wait till it's.
He's also the most expensive.
Yes, he's very expensive because he's basically in charge of sitting around all day doing nothing. Those people always get paid the most. So,
I would imagine a warden makes a nice six-figure
yeah.
salary.
Yeah, and if something goes wrong, he just blames it on his underlings. So I'm sorry. Right. So now look, because you have a warden, well, first we've lost some money, right? We're not making that 840 cash flow we were before because the warden has been hired and he's expensive and blah blah blah. But we also have a regimen or regime, which they call it in England or whatever. So it'll tell you the time, and this is what your prisoners will basically do in general. Like, this is their schedule, and you can change it, and you can make them eat at different times or whatever. But right now, we don't even have a kitchen, so what are we worried about eating? We don't have a bed, so why are we worried about sleeping? So this is something we will worry about a little bit later, once we
Right.
get some prisoners in this house.
Now,
So
have they made it realistic enough that you can have corruption within your prison officials?
yes, yes,
Oh, wow.
to a certain degree, yes. I mean, uh, a lot of the contraband will come through offices and
Interesting.
through different people in the prison. Whether they're conscious of it or not is not exactly made clear. But there is now. I mean, they just added in this bill. They added sort of a pipeline of ways for contraband to get in, whether it's weapons or what have you, drugs, alcohol, etc.
I
So.
also noticed I was trying to fire people by clicking on them on the map. It's much easier to go to the staff area and just fire them from there.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
Okay.
the one thing that the warden unlocks, because, as I mentioned before, this guy gets paid a big amount of money to just sit there. All right, bureaucracy. Yeah, there we go. So now this is very important, actually, because from bureaucracy, this is almost like your tech tree, okay? And if you research finance, now you can unlock an accountant, which gives you access to the financial report for the prison, land expansion to actually give you more land, tax relief, bank loan. This will help you in a lot of ways, but mostly you want that financial report from her because that's going to tell you if you're running out of money, you need to know what's going on. The maintenance guy is important because you need someone to clean, and basically you can also hire prison labor. So, and then you have security and prison policy. Security unlocks the chief of security, okay, and he lets you do deployments. That will also unlock eventually, contraband, search for contraband, patrols, CCTV, dogs, armory, tasers, a taser rollout, and body armor. I mean, eventually you can fully militarize your prison. You can also unlock an educator, educational reform programs. I'm sorry, not an educator. Health. You're going to need some doctors in your hospital. In fact, you may even need a morgue, and you're definitely going to need a psychologist to figure out what's wrong with these people.
All right.
They will give you insight into the prisoners. But right now, the most basic thing you want for 500, it almost costs nothing. You want to do finance, maintenance, security, and I would definitely say health and psychology. Just get the basics out of the way. Now the prison policy allows you. That's actually a very interesting, and you can see the game's still running even while we have this thing. We didn't pause it. The prison policy allows you to hand out certain different punishments rather than the defaults based on what kind of behavior the prisoners exhibit, what kind of rules they break in the prison. And you can actually set it so that there's no way they can break any rules. You can set it there's no rules in the prison. They can literally murder and nothing happens to them in the prison. You can set it that way.
So you could be as corrupt as you want to be.
Right. But there is a limit to your corruption to the point where if a certain number of people die, well, now there's going to be a problem, and that's sort of a mechanic in the game where you'll see, what happens.
And you're not going to make as much money because you're not going to meet your goals, right?
Right. I mean, we're starting to lose money now just because we have this guy sitting around doing nothing all day. And you can see that this green thing here may look nice right now, but that's actually some mold growing because we don't have anyone to
Need to hire a janitor.
clean it. Yeah, we need a janitor, and we don't. And if you look at the staff, we can't hire a janitor because we do not have that research there yet. In fact, we can only hire a cook. So we're going to want to build, I would say, one more office. I would
For
go
your
ahead and
accountant, does your accountant need
for
an
the
office?
accountant.
Yeah.
Yes, he's researching financing now. The accountant will need an office. And so this can get a little bit tedious because we're basically going to build the exact same thing. Oh, and we also need a staff room, Joe, which minimum size is 4x4, includes a drink machine.
This is where a copy and paste would come in handy.
Well, this is a tool. Yeah, this exists.
Oh, it does. Okay,
It's
now
called the
you're going to teach
cloning
me something
tool.
here.
Yes, the
Oh,
cloning
I
tool. You
see.
need
You
a
got to research
foreman.
it though.
You have to have a foreman and an office for the foreman, and you have to research it.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
This is that is the most useful tool for building in the game. It really is. But it sort of removes a bit of of the challenge of the uniqueness, but it's really kind of important, dude.
Some of
So
us like to be symmetrical. I like to be symmetrical, so.
right, I mean, there's no, it saves a lot of time. So we really need to build that holding cell. But right now, I would say what you're looking at is one more office for that accountant, and then what would a real prison do? They wouldn't be sitting around building offices for people all day. I think they'd start bringing people in, or they'd be under pressure to do so by somebody.
Now, does the warden never sleep? He's still there. It's
No, he'll continue. That's his little place, and
So you only need beds for your prisoners, right?
right.
Okay.
I mean, you'll always see he doesn't go home at night or anything, which he probably should, but they haven't really added that into the game yet.
That might be something going a little bit too much in detail, making it too complicated, but
Right, right. Not a common room. A staff room is something we could really. Your staff is going to want that, but let's not worry about that yet. What we should worry about is the office.
All right, so let's make the other office.
Yeah, it's 4x4, right? So there we go. And I'll just basically do exactly what I just did before. Have these guys do some work over here, and they're all going to come out from hanging around.
Oh, they're making good use of that storage room. They didn't have to go all the way back for the
Right.
materials. So.
And it's best to isolate that storage room too, because you do not want prisoners getting in there. Definitely not. For good reason. They will have access to all sorts of raw materials. There are escape attempts in the game where they can start digging tunnels if left to their own devices, where they'll try to dig out. They'll use explosives to dig out if they have to. All sorts of stuff. So, yeah, the fun part hasn't even started yet, Joe.
Right. This is just a monotonous setup that we have to do
Right.
here.
I mean, the design part, I think you'd enjoy it, and it's too bad you can't sort of take over, and do half. It's too bad we can't just, switch back and forth with the cursor.
That's okay. We'll do another one of these videos, and what I'll do is go ahead and make a basic prison from what I've learned and show it off to you.
Right. I mean, this is a huge area of space, but you'll see how quickly, once the prison is sort of ready to roll, you're going to see how quickly this space will go, because you're going to need so many different staff, and you're going to need a place for your staff to rest, and guards, and so on and so forth, and there's a lot of different specialized units, or you might say, that you need. But he's still not done researching. He's almost done. But let's go and focus on the holding cell, I'd say, Joe. What do you say?
Sure.
I think the holding cell... Well, shit. Excuse me. I'm not sure how to do that.
They do have a holding cell under a foundation or somewhere. I thought there was a...
Oh, absolutely. I do know how to do it. It's just... Hold on, we can hire the accountant now. Let's bring her in, and she'll stay
So
there.
just because you researched it didn't mean you actually hired one. Okay.
Right. Now, did you notice, Joe, we just completed that grant, and we are able to now pick another one. We now have a basic administrative center here, 2 offices, and whatever the requirement was, I think a storage area and so forth.
Nice.
So what she's doing there is pretty much nothing right now. But let's see, where's the finance report? Look, this is telling us what's going on, Joe.
I see.
We have a federal grant coming in, right? $2,000. We have workman's wages, 800, negative 800, obviously. Administrator wages, that includes her and the warden, and the corporate tax rate is 30%. Yeah, right. I mean, in real life, come on. They're
That's more
paying
like
nothing.
personal tax rate.
Right, right. Yeah. So total, we're still making money, Joe, but it's going down, dude. It's going down. Maybe
Right.
we could hire one more specialist, but what we want to look at now, basic detention center and short-term investment might help us. Uh, this is an easy way to get money. If we wait 71 hours, we'll get some money. Yeah, let's work on the basic detention center.
All right.
So we need to build that holding cell and start letting people in. I mean, we could make it part of this building, Joe. I just can't tell you what the results are going to be.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. So I mean, I should give you some control of the game.
Let's put it on the opposite side. Let's put them down by the garbage.
That's kind of funny, dude.
That way they can
All
smell it.
right. All right. I mean, we could actually build a foundation around the garbage and have them literally live in the garbage. But the thing is, I mean, not live in the garbage, but be held in the near the garbage. But the thing is, by doing that, Joe, they can search through the garbage and gather all sorts of
Yeah, let's not do
material
that.
to go crazy. Right. So, I mean, it might not be a bad idea to wall off and turn this into a garbage room.
Right. With
But
the
it's
staff
not
door.
it's not really that important right now. Nobody's going near that garbage. These people are going into the holding cell.
And this is where they're going to get dropped off, so putting them there probably makes, yeah.
Right. So you want it there, right? I mean that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Now I'm thinking we should give it a little bit more than just it being a place where
Right,
people
but you don't want to
sit
make it
and
too big.
rot.
You probably don't want to make it too big because you want to keep your holding cell separate from your minimum and your maximum, right? Security
Right.
facilities.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
But we do want to have, I don't know, maybe
But
some
we have plenty of
showers,
map. We have plenty of
maybe a
map freedom.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we want to at least have like, I don't know. I mean, a good holding cell. We might even be able, if we think that the place is going to be overcrowded for a while, we could put beds in there even. Stuff that's not normally put in a holding cell. We
Right.
kind of could put it in there. But
And
now.
then we need to run electricity and water to it, right?
Oh, absolutely. But one of the big things too is that where are we going to put the door to this? Because if it's too close to the road, Joe, escape is possible.
Okay.
Escape is possible. I'm thinking maybe put the door, I don't know if you can see my cursor,
Yeah.
maybe on the other side, sort
I
of
see.
like behind,
Now,
like
staff door, you
bring them
can.
in.
A staff door will
Oh,
a guard
right.
will a guard come over and actually let prisoners in and out of a staff door as needed?
Not at all, no. They are
No.
not allowed to use the staff door.
Okay, gotcha.
The staff uses the staff. Like you can have.
So then how, if we use staff doors on this, then how would you have any intake?
You wouldn't.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's no way to let them in, is what I'm saying.
That's important to learn because
Right. You could have a staff door and a jail door. You know what I mean? Like you could have a staff door, like say right here, like across maybe you want to make a footpath and put a staff door here so it's easier for staff to get in. But it doesn't make any sense because really, who's going to go into the whole? Well, you know what? The janitor is going to have to go into that holding cell. So
Oh, I see.
yeah, there are some people that will have to go in there that are sort of like not security. They're not security guards, and they will need to get in there.
I think
Uh,
that's electric, isn't it?
yes, we
Well,
must
you're.
run. We need to have electric power in there.
But didn't you just hook that to the water? No? Maybe I'm just mistaken.
No, we have no water in that building, Joe. In fact, we've run no water piping at all.
No,
Just
what I'm saying is you just hooked electrical to water.
well, we're running from the power station to the
Oh,
water
you
pump
got both.
station,
Okay,
and then
okay.
there's sort of some circuitry, electrical cable that's running from the water. Yeah, I mean you can set it up that way. Yes,
Okay, I see, I see.
it's just it's like almost like this is functioning as a sort of a capacitor in
So as long as your
itself.
electrical wire goes back to a green grid, you'll get electricity from it.
No, it has to go. It has to go back to an
Okay,
electrical cable. The cables
okay.
have to connect to each other.
I see, okay.
See how it's going through?
Yep, I see it
It's
now. Yeah, it's
attaching
under
here
there.
to
That's
the
what was
substrate.
confusing me. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll see that right now to light up. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's slowly being built, and I would say, well, let's see. I would say just maybe a little in the middle here, so the whole room we know has electric or whatever. All right. And I think that'll be good enough for the building. But we still need that entrance, Joe. And I would say, this is a tough decision. Just one jail door, and I would say maybe put it in the back right here,
hmm
just so they're not. I mean, no, you know what? Why be scared, Joe? I mean, why design this prison out of fear? We should just design it however we want, and if there's a problem, we can build fences and walls and have dogs attacking people and all sorts of stuff. I don't see. And put the damn door right there. And if they don't like it, too bad. They're prisoners. We're not the prisoners. We're the administrators of this jail. And they're going to have to listen to our rules.
Is there any other, so besides the water and electricity, those are pretty vital, is there any other really vital objects?
There is a new. The thing is, your prisoners have needs and wants, and the way that it's calculated is based on, in fact, personality traits that are invisible to you. So there are items that are very important for you to have um, to keep a functional sort of thing going on where everybody's not rioting and going crazy.
Gotcha. So once you get
Uh,
to psychiatrist, you can kind of look at each individual prisoner and see
right. I
what's
mean,
up.
and there's the ultimate one of the. I don't know if I should have done that or not. I don't know if that was needed to put more cable there because it looks like it's almost lit up. But this little corner here, I don't know, it looks dark to me. But I don't know if that's
Bottom
just.
left looks like the light's not on for some reason.
Yeah, maybe it is good. I just did that. There's no. We're not using that much electricity. I don't think this is a good indicator if we need more capacitors.
Mm-hmm.
Just to zoom up here, this
Oh, I
tells
see.
you.
Oh, you have plenty. Yeah.
Yeah. When it runs out, you'll see it going like wah, wah, wah. And then, when it does run out, all the power will go out, and you just simply have to build more capacitors, I guess. So, all right. So what we'll do here, Joe, I don't know what I was saying before. Oh, about, yes, the need to help. I mean, you can give them sunlight, it doesn't have to be a
Uh,
miserable experience.
but probably the more windows you add, the more chance somebody breaks out, right?
Well, these are, if you
Barred
look very
windows.
closely, they're
Okay. Yeah.
hard. It's very hard for them to break through. I've never seen a prisoner break through a bar. It's like almost like
Yeah.
part
That'd
of
take
the
you like 20
wall.
years.
Yeah, I mean, you can give them weights and let them,
I see.
uh, like
Now, is the
look
pool table
out.
for the Warren or for the warden or for the prisoners?
That's for It's actually for the prisoners if you choose to
Nice.
give them a pool table. You'll see that it's getting dirty in here, Joe, and that's because we don't have
Well, let's get a janitor.
a janitor. And we will. We just don't have any prisoners yet. And also, garbage cans are pretty important. I always forget about that. Like, you should put a garbage can in here. But when you think about the stuff you can put in the prison, the garbage can helps eliminate contraband. So just say there's probably some liquor in the warden's office. He'll throw that in the garbage just in case someone comes, searching through here and
Right.
takes some. But when I'm thinking like the CCTV, that eliminates the fog of war and it lets your security see any kind of criminal activity going on. That's very hard to build right now because we don't have that much money. So forget about the CCTV. What we want to do is look at, I would say, a metal detector for the entrance to, well, nah, let's worry about the metal detectors later, dude. Right?
Right. Let's
What
get
would
the
you,
basics. Let's get the basics for the grant money.
right. Let's just do what we've got to do to get these prisoners in here.
Right.
Because, I mean, right now, it's not happening. We have no security or anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. So we need, all right, we need to make this a holding cell. And we need a toilet and a bench. But this is a huge holding cell, mind you. So one bench and one, it just doesn't make any sense.
You want to build
Uh,
it for your capacity needs, basically.
right, right. So, I mean, we can turn this into a great holding cell where the prisoners will be very happy, or we can just make it as basic as humanly possible. It's really up to you as the designer of the prison and so forth. I mean, I would put, I don't know, 2 benches, maybe even, well, I mean, I would put a lot of benches, quite frankly. I mean, if there's going to be a lot of people in here, you're going to need it. So you
We
got
can leave.
4.
We can leave room on the right. We could do some showers and stuff over there.
Right. I would suggest, yeah, that. Um, in fact, I would go for maybe some toilets. I don't know if you want to put them one next to the other. It's kind of weird, dude. I don't know. Like everybody's just like taking a dump next to each other.
Well, that's
Uh,
prison for you.
yeah, I mean, maybe that's their punishment. Like I don't know. Or we could create a separate room. Each room's got a little toilet in it and a shower. I
So what
mean,
are we missing?
what are we missing?
Oh, toilet. Toilet. That's it.
Yeah, toilet. But we could also add a shower room while they're in there. Um, yeah, we could do that, dude. I mean, that's just sanitary. Because otherwise they're going to get really upset, and you'll see what happens. It's really it would be comical, but I mean, they get pretty pissed off. I don't know how else to put it. And then maybe make this like the toilet room.
Gotcha.
Like, but I'm thinking, where do we? Maybe we could put beds in there too.
Next to the toilets.
I mean, that's how you'd set up like
Why don't you use the area in the middle, the wide open area, and like put a, put some beds?
beds, like make it like an inn, sort of like.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's doable. I would put a drain in here because this is going to be a shower area. We don't want everything flooding everywhere.
Right.
And then you're going to put like shower heads. I don't know. How many people are we going to have in here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you have to rotate those or no?
Nah, you don't. Rotating is
Okay.
only for aesthetics, though. 1,
Gotcha.
2, 3. You know, I don't know. 1, 2. So that should be plenty of.
That's a big shower room. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we want to put like a door, like so anybody can go in there. We don't want to have
Right.
any hold up about the shower because there may be a need for your security to get in there. Occasionally, there's a lot of problems in that shower.
Now, what's up with the red X's there? Is that because there's no water running to the shower heads, or
Oh,
job
they have
blocked?
no route. They have no route. So they can't get in there because the workers can't get in there because there's no door.
But you just put down a door.
They haven't built it yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that was a mistake. See, that guy's going
That's
to come
okay.
in and then it's going to get freed up. So, I mean, we could we'll put the toilet room in here, and it's kind of gross, but yeah, everybody's just got to go. When you got to go, you got to go, man. Everybody's just going to go together. I'm a sick, I'm a sick weirdo, man. I'm just gonna be
What
like
about
they.
trash cans? The prisoners don't need trash cans, right?
No, I don't think they'll use them. I mean,
Okay.
they're in
They don't
jail,
have
dude.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna give up their stuff and just throw it in the garbage. I mean, they're trying to collect like anything, you know. They're basically in jail. But I would put now. This is where the water comes in, Joe. This is where you're gonna get excited. I mean, it's not that exciting, but for me, I don't know why. For me, it's like, oh, this is the part where man, water. All right, so yeah, so I mean, we can just go from the pumping station, right? And they're just gonna lay down a huge amount of pipe. I'm just gonna go straight across because otherwise, why get it so confusing? You know what I mean? And we can use this for other, when we build, if we build a cell block, we can use this to go like out here or
Right.
wherever we're
Right.
going to build the cell block.
You
So,
need your main runs for sure.
right. So,
Now, what about the small pipes?
well, this is what I would suggest. Let's build the large pipe because there's no limit with the large pipe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there's no limit to its capacity or its distance.
Okay.
But I would say let's run the large pipe, and then from the entranceway to this door, now let's run the small pipe, just in case some psycho tries to, dig out through the sewer tunnels or some crap like that.
Right.
It seems like that it has happened to me before, and I would just say that's a good idea. And you can go through walls.
Run it right up to the
Used
toilets.
Yeah. Wait. Again, see, there's power running here, and I don't know if you necessarily. That's a bad idea to run it. Sometimes I don't know. I've had bugs where it will not run across where the power is as well. So
Hmm.
best to just do it this way. It used to be some of the workers got bugged out. Like literally, they would encounter a bug where they get stuck in the wall and
Why do
stuff.
we have a shower head out in the middle of the room there? What happened there?
I don't know.
Not
Maybe they
that
just
one.
that
The
one
one.
out over there.
No, the one in the middle. Like it's a couple. It's a pixel. It's a block away from the wall. Yeah,
Where?
that one. That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I placed it wrong. Hold on one
I did
second.
find it hard to move objects. You can cancel them once they're built, but you can't move them very easily.
Well, we can cancel it. Right click right now and
Yeah.
cancel it. Oh, crap. I think he's already building it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude. Wait, maybe it's canceled? I'm not sure. Oh, it's already there. So he's going to take it out of the
uh,
room and try to take it back to storage. So before he takes it to storage, I'm going to try to. Where is it again?
can you sell it? I noticed there's a sell object bottom right. Does that work?
They'll try. I don't know if selling works. They'll put it in storage indefinitely, as far as I know.
Okay, I see.
So I don't think. Oh, if you build an export room, there is such a thing as an export room, and believe it or not, that might get it out of there. They might actually sell it that way if you build an export area. So it's similar to the garbage area, but it's like export. And it's used like, just say your prisoners, you can have them learn crafting, or they come with crafting skills. They have crafting skills already. You have them building stuff, literally, and you can make money for the prison that way. You know.
Right.
Um. All right. So this holding cell is big. I
So
think we
maybe
should.
you could put like a divider down the middle, just that doesn't connect to the walls, and then put beds on either side of it or something. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine how you could use that big
I
empty
would.
space.
I mean, I'm surprised how big we made it, but it's good because we can lock a lot of people in there without having enough space for the cells, which it
Just like in
sounds.
real life, like U.S. jails.
Yeah, when the jails are over capacity, you're stuck in the holding cell, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Sometimes for a long time too.
Right. I mean, I don't know if we want to invest in beds. It's probably the humane thing to do. I mean, it'll maybe prevent a riot. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we could put some beds. Where do you think we should put them, though? I mean, maybe a room stacked with beds.
I don't know.
I think that's, or maybe like maybe just put them along the walls,
There you go.
or like this, or
Beds are expensive. $200.
well, yeah, they're used. You know, they're important that the prisoners sleep. Otherwise, they'll be very disgruntled. It may be best to put some of these beds here, plop them down. It'd be nice if they had bunk beds, but the game's very two-dimensional. Um, yeah, we're losing a lot of money by building these beds
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's enough for now.
Yeah, and if we need more, we'll build more. That's good to have a lot of space there, just in case they need it or something. I don't know. Maybe. So yeah, there's still water still being built. You can hear it. Oh my God, look how dirty it is in there.
Oh wow.
Filthy. Uh,
What do we got to do to hire a janitor? What are we missing?
um,
If you hover
well,
over, it'll tell
we
us,
have to
right?
go back to health is being researched. We need a chief of police, um, a psychologist, a foreman. Oh, we need the foreman. We need a foreman office, and that will help us. That will allow us to get a janitor.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll build another office here, and you can see that our workers here are getting a bit stretched to their limits here with these beds. They are kind of are on the move with these. The thing is, damn, we're gonna have some space there, and I'm not sure what to put there. I I guess we should
Just
build it
make it. Yeah, there you
here.
go. You
Yeah.
could put it. Well, you could make that a hallway later. Well, I don't know. It has to be four
No,
by
this
four,
kind
doesn't
of
it?
makes sense. Yeah. Um, you can make it 5 by 4 just to,
Right.
who cares, whatever. All right, so that's just a bigger office, whatever. It's bigger by a couple blocks. And we'll just add, oh, what am I doing? I'm building a foundation by mistake, sorry. I tend to use this brick wall, I don't know. And again, we need a door, and I'll rotate it with the R button. And this is the most boring part, Joe, because we're not letting these prisoners in.
That's
And
okay. We're building up to it. You almost got the holding cell done, so
I think it's about time we let these animals in and show them what's right.
like maybe get a janitor first. That way it doesn't get all nasty.
They'll kill the janitor, dude. We need security. What the hell are you talking about? All right, so let's see. I don't know. Wait, sometimes there's a bug. Like, look, they built this door and they like it didn't. I don't know what they were doing, dude. Hold on. This is not an entranceway. Hold on.
I had that happen too, and I had to dismantle him.
Yeah, you have to just. That's a bug that is very odd, and I don't think they're able to. It's been around for a while, and it doesn't happen that often. But when it does, they're not able to reproduce it or something. I don't know. All right, so he'll just dismantle that door and just rebuild it, I guess. Once I tell him to, you can see his progress in green, and we'll just
He
build
just
some
gonna
more.
leave that crap there?
Yeah, I guess so. I know. Oh, his storage running out? No, he must be tired or something. I don't know. He's being lazy. What the hell? Oh, now he's moving away.
He can walk through walls.
Well, they had to do that because there was a pathfinding problem that was pretty serious. Like, they were getting stuck in between the walls when you were building huge cell blocks. They would be getting stuck in between the cells. So eventually, I think they'll improve the pathfinding. But sometimes there's no pathfinding because you know, it just doesn't make any sense because there can be no pathfinding because what you just did doesn't even make
So
sense.
now you need a desk. Yep, file
Right.
cabinet.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I just heard a fly in the game. I don't know if you heard that. It was like, "Rizz." That's how
It's getting pretty
dirty.
nasty. It looks pretty nasty in there. We should get that
Right,
janitor pronto.
right. We're gonna try.
He's gonna be working for weeks overtime.
Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of overtime, these janitors, man. All right, so we got the filing cabinet, the office desk, the chair. That's all we need, really. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put something in here that might help. I mean, I'm trying to think like, well, what could they use in here? Maybe the janitor could use like a garbage can or some shit. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I forgot we're live. Did I say a bad word?
That's all right.
With a potty mouth. I saw we Google or whatever. All right. That's now a NC-17 rated video or whatever. Michael Bearsall with Joseph
I
Stackhouse
don't think so.
building a prison to rival your worst nightmares. It's filth ridden.
It is.
All right, yeah, let's see.
They should build in like cockroaches and stuff, rats and cockroaches, where you have to
I
hire
feel like
an
based on
exterminator.
based on the stuff that they've done already, I mean, like that seems like it's not far off. Like you literally probably Skype them and they think that was an awesome idea. Seriously, no joke about it. They would probably add it. Some kind of.
So now we can hire a janitor, right? No, we
Oh
can't.
no, we can't. We have to actually research it.
Oh, gotcha.
So the cleaning guy takes 5 hours. The clone tool, you'd love it. I don't know if we're gonna run out of remote access. That's the new stuff. Unlocks high-tech equipment for remote control and automation of doors. That lets you control the doors through control panels, in a computer room. It's crazy stuff, dude. And it's to a point that it's almost confusing. I mean, I have no idea how that works yet. But the foreman's there. Okay, so we need to research cleaning and probably groundskeeping too, because let's face it, the place is going to get filthy. Um,
Got to keep your bushes trimmed.
right. We need oh God, what do we need? Do you think it's okay now, Joe, based on the infrastructure? What the hell's going on down here? These have no water. What's going wrong?
They're not. Oh yeah, they don't have water.
Oh dear. Oh, what happened
It
here?
shows it flowing through the pipes.
Possibly. Oh, oh, I added additional ones without realizing it. That's all. So you have to remember each tile, if it has a water using, and that thing's still there. Just leave it there, whatever. The thing is, each tile, see, like it requires
Right.
water. Each tile that requires water needs water, and it needs a pipe there. So you'll see those lights will go off now. Yeah, so that's good. And the problem is the bathrooms and the showers are high crime areas, I must say. That's where a lot of bad stuff happens. But we can put I didn't mean to say it that way, but you know what I'm
That's the prison cliche there.
It is though. It is. So it's true. It's this game. So I feel like we could post a guard in there or something. But is there anything we can do to make these people's lives better while they're in the holding cell? Maybe give them a TV, or are you thinking they need to be ruthlessly punished? Joe, it's up to you.
I wouldn't put
You
nice
decide.
shit in the holding cell.
You wouldn't.
No,
So
I'd get them acclimated.
get them ready for the hell that is
Yes.
about to befall them. All right.
We got to
It
make
is.
money here.
Right. All right. So no, I mean I was thinking like, oh, we could put it like a telephone so they can get their phone call, but you're just like, no, no. So civil rights have been suspended in this facility. All right. The beds were bad enough that they cost so much.
That was 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we spent like $1,400 on beds there, man.
Yeah, we did. All right. So I mean now we have the opportunity to hire a doctor and a psychologist. I would recommend this, but I would do an intake of prisoners now, Joe. I would bring
Okay,
some
go for
prisoners
it.
in because what you're going to need, though, we need at least, I would say about, I don't know, at least 2 security guards, I would say. Because otherwise there's no way to escort, you know what I mean? They'll just run away.
Now, what's the standard intake? So if you start intaking,
Well, this is the thing. We won't know. We can always cancel the intake, but it varies. And I would actually, in this situation, Joe, I would recommend based on the type of infrastructure we've created, I think that we can be proud to know that we've created a good infrastructure for this prison. I would suggest bringing in high-risk prisoners. What?
Okay.
All right. We'll get paid more, and they're kind of stuck in the holding cell anyway, so they can't cause trouble, and they've got nothing to eat because we haven't made a kitchen yet.
So they'll just wither away.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably get really pissed off, and our 2 guards will beat them to the
So
ground.
it says 8 prisoners arriving at 8 a.m.
Right. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should add 2 more beds, Joe.
All
Just
right.
to be, I'm sort of the voice of reason, and you're sort of the totalitarian jail master. Like, I understand that you want these people to suffer, but I feel they do need a bed, Joe. Agreed?
Sure.
No, you're supposed to at least role play like, no, screw these people kind of thing.
Oh, we'll see. Like I said, I will make a basic one tonight, and
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have just enough toilets, Joe.
probably overkill.
Yeah, that's like if everyone goes to the bathroom
Right, at the same
simultaneously.
time.
Yeah. Makes absolutely no sense. Now that you think about it, yeah, you're absolutely right. Oops, all right, whatever. Well, we may get more prisoners down the line, but you'll see once these guys show up, this is going to get interesting, Joe. We just have to see what's out there now for us. The cleaning is almost ready, and we'll be able to hire a janitor, maybe 2 janitors.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's pretty bad looking, and I think a gardener once groundskeeping is done. Oh, see, that's the sound of the flies. The fly sound is coming from the garbage. I don't know if you can hear it.
Now, when does when does the garbage disappear? When a truck comes every day?
Yeah,
Or?
a garbage
Okay.
truck will come every day.
Okay.
Now that the prison is, sort of open for business, you'll see deliveries coming in. Normally, you got to build a kitchen and stuff, Joe.
You probably should do that, otherwise these people aren't going to be able to eat.
Right. The only problem is moving them from the holding cell to the kitchen without them just making a run for it. You know.
Can you fence in areas though and have like outdoor fences that open?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. We could. In fact, that's the whole point of building a yard.
Right.
Where they can exercise and run around and stuff. That would
So
be the
you
whole
could theoretically make a nice fenced-in area for them to go from the holding cell to the kitchen. So.
Yes. In fact, I think that's the only way we can do it. Maybe we create a whole fenced-in area around these buildings.
Right.
And maybe put the kitchen. I don't know. Where do you think? We have to keep room here.
We
You
probably
can't
should
build
put
the
the kitchen
here.
in some kind of centralized area for when you go from holding cell to minimum and maximum security, so they can all get to it fairly easily.
Right, but we don't want them to walk
No.
through the kitchen every time they're being transferred, or they want to, that's the only thing. But I agree, it should be like maybe here or something. But what's all this? I mean, we could turn this into a yard, but then the kitchen's almost in the way of the yard. I don't know. The kitchen is a must-have, though, Joe. It really is.
You got to eat.
Right. I mean, they'll become they'll try to escape every single time. They'll assault our officers.
Well, shouldn't we be building that now?
Yeah, all right, let me pause the game. Sorry. All right, so where do I put it though? Is the question.
Up to you.
I'm not good at that though. It's deciding where to put stuff in the game.
How big does it have to be? It has to have a mess hall in it, right? And an actual
Right,
kitchen.
so in the game they call it a canteen, same as a mess hall. That I have found through my experience that it should be separated. You don't want them to have free reign over the kitchen area. Like, you don't want them going in to the kitchen. You want it separated at least by a wall and like a staff door. Like so the kitchen, the cooks can do their thing without like the the inmates going into the kitchen. You want them only in the canteen, but it should be in the same. I would say it should be in the same building. You know what I mean? You don't
Right.
want the cooks making all the food in some other room, and then. Well, I guess you could. I mean, you could put the kitchen in here and have a
uh,
canteen over here. Was that? No, that's a bad idea,
if
dude.
you had a nice hallway that would go like a nice clear path, maybe, but
Mm-mm. Maybe just make a whole building right here, dude,
oh,
and
we
just
can get
make
the
it.
janitor too, can't we?
Yeah, we can. You're right. I would say hi. Well, geez, we're getting close to
Mm-hmm.
running a negative balance here, but yeah, let's bring in the janitor.
He's gonna have fun there.
All right, so he'll start cleaning. Trust me. What do you think about? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not good with this. We could put it next to the administrative center, like, so then there's room for the jail area, like the cell holding area here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have the jail, the prison cells here, and this sort
And
of
the kitchen between the holding cell and the prison cells, or
yeah,
would
like
you want to keep it away from the administrative building, or no?
well, as long as it's not in the building, like
Right, right.
maybe I'd say it should be. Well, you also need a general shower area for them.
All right, go for it.
Should that be in the same building? Yeah, that could be in the same building. Like they shower, go to the kitchen, all in the same building. Go to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's sort of like their maybe
It
like
might work.
that, perhaps.
Looks good to me. I'm surprised at the lack of fences, though.
Well, once we get an intake of prisoners, we're going to need to build fences, Joe.
Okay.
But we're not. I don't think we don't have the financial resources now. We're getting kind of
Yeah.
strapped, especially now that we're building this huge building. But the kitchen should be pretty big. I've tended, when I've made a prison, I've done this. Anytime I've done it, I've always made the kitchen really small, and it was always a bad idea because the population, the prison population, they just weren't getting the food they needed.
Hey, that janitor's going to town.
Yeah, I mean he'll do his work. I mean he's cleaning. And he'll that's the one thing we do need is a staff room so he can rest. He will get tired, and so will the guards. They'll start falling asleep and resting just like
And since you
out.
only have two, that's not a good idea.
Right, right. Yeah, so we need a staff room, probably an infirmary because these are high risk prisoners. They're gonna go wild, dude. Thing is that they're probably gonna go a little crazy. So.
Well, it's almost time for them to come, right? Or are we doing PM? Are we? No, it's PM. Okay.
We've got 12 hours. I don't know if
12
you want me
hours.
should I
Okay.
speed it up or
What's up to you?
this building is being built and we're definitely going to need a staff
We
entrance.
might be able to give you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when you get an intake, but it might take a day.
All right. Yeah. Wait, you know what? I don't know how much more money we have for this. We need to build that kitchen, damn it. Um,
They didn't even knock down the trees. They're just building the foundation right on top of them.
once something will happen with the trees, I think.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, see they fall down or they knock them down and collect the wood. They actually do collect it and stuff. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, so what uh object? Okay, we're gonna need a jail door. Wait, okay, so wait. Jesus. It should be as close. I think it should be as close as possible to the holding cell right now,
Yeah, I
right?
think that makes sense.
But then, okay, so this will be the canteen area, and then have like a staff door for the kitchen area.
So you don't have prisoners working in your kitchen?
Well, you can, except they have to be trained to do so,
I
and that
see.
requires extra cooks, and it requires changing their schedule and their regime or their regimen or whatever you want to call it, and it's not something that you get to right away.
I see.
First, we just have to be able to make a meal for them, I would say. Oh boy, we need electricity again, Joe. Damn. Otherwise, it's an empty place. Not a welcoming place to be over there. All right, I would say try to just run it across. See what happens. See if we can get them to do it quick. All right. Oh, they're putting in the light bulbs. All right. So we need. Oh, I can't see anything now. It's very dark. It is actually very dark. This is a big building, but it's. All right. I would say we. All right. I would say okay. So this is the This is the canteen area, maybe, right?
Right.
And then put like a shower, maybe back here. The
I like how
shower.
the janitor just doesn't give a crap. He's cleaning all the open area first and saying, screw it, I'll do the offices last.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Um, he has no idea what's coming. He's gonna have a lot of stuff to clean up. All right, so let's see. Okay. So my thought is let's split it in half, or at least make it like the kitchen's got to be big. That's the thing. The canteen has to be big. The kitchen has to be big, but the kitchen has to be really big. Because normally it's always too small, and they're never getting enough food that they need, and so forth. So let's see if we can get some power. I think they're almost done building the electricity, getting the wiring in there, or at least for a big part of the building. They're working very slow. Oh, that's because we haven't really paved this area. Okay. They still have to do this here, I think. Yeah. Just, come on, guys. Where are you?
What's the crap?
Oh,
What's the crap growing on the walls next to the administrative offices? Is that like vines and stuff?
yeah, yeah. It's actually because we don't have
A groundskeeper?
a groundskeeper yet.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
and I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the groundskeeper. Oh my God, it's filth ridden. The groundskeeper. He doesn't have. We don't have enough money for that groundskeeper. Once these high security prisoners come in, I think we will. But
It's
we're getting
already
close.
engulfed the new building. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
filth. So, I would say we need some room for a shower, though, Joe. But
Hmm.
we need to separate. Screw it. We need to, like, all right, like this. I don't know if this makes any sense. All right, so make this the kitchen, right?
Hmm.
Let's see if we can. Where's where the hell is the kitchen? Am I? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, where did the walls go? What happened to the walls I was building? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, they just haven't built it yet, I see.
Yeah, it depends on what view you're in.
Right, so let's wait for them to build the walls. I don't know, we can't rush it too much. What's important is that the security guards are able to get those prisoners into that holding cell.
5 hours till D-Day.
And they're going quick, so I think we need a couple more offices and stuff. Let's see if there's anything we can research in the interim. We're kind of broke, dude. I mean, I think we need more room for building first. I mean, there's some stuff we probably want, like armory, but not. We just don't have the capacity yet. Hold on. All right, so I think if we build this kitchen, Joe, we're gonna have less problems. We want to build a staff door from the kitchen, maybe even a regular door, just in case, like you said, we get some prisoners working in the kitchen.
I see.
Joe. But that defeats the purpose of having a jail door there. Yeah,
Well, you can put a staff door for now. We haven't even trained any prisoners yet anyway, so
right.
we can always change it later.
Do you agree with my basic layout so far, or do you
Yeah.
think it's illogical?
No, I think it makes sense.
All right. All right. Jeez. Hopefully somebody will come back and build that door. But for now, we need the kitchen here, and this is where we start spending a lot of money on the kitchen and the canteen. All right, so this is where it gets nasty. So we're gonna need some serving tables, a table and a bench, but before we even do that, we're gonna need cookers, fridge, sink. Emphasis on cookers. Um, in fact, I think we should have a lot of them because in the past, I've done this and it looked like I was not making enough food for the prison population.
You're rationing.
I guess we could go with four. How much is one fridge? Jesus.
500. Woo.
Yeah, it's getting expensive. Oh boy. Oh boy. Two. Are we close there? Three. Oh crap. Well, we built four cookers. I think we might need four fridges. Okay, and we need four sinks.
Now, is there natural disasters in this game, like fire, flood?
Yes. In fact,
Okay.
we need sprinklers, but it's not
Okay.
urgent right now.
Gotcha.
Why is that sort of out there like that? Oh, we've got 2 hours before the prisoners get here.
And the electricity didn't go far enough to hit the cookers either.
Right. We have to plug those directly in. In fact, you'll see that. Oh, Christ. Um. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right.
The fridges need it. Yeah, you might as well just do the whole perimeter.
Right. We're going to definitely need. Oh my goodness. I
Run it
think
all the way up there.
maybe for the best that we do this time. Yeah. Um, we're going to need. Let's see. What do we need here? We didn't
Sink.
get the sinks. Yeah, the sinks. Oh my God.
And then you're gonna need some plumbing.
Oh yeah. Okay. We need at least four sinks, maybe three. One, two, three. What is that? Celery or something they put there? Four. All right. So, yeah. We don't even have a cook yet. How did that even get there? Okay. So we'll run some pipe and just run it across over to the sinks, I think. But they're coming, Joe. I mean, they're on the way.
Oh yeah, 30 seconds or so. Let's watch them come in.
Right. I mean,
That
we're
way we
getting
can see the process of the guards and how they work, and
right. We pray to God that they don't try to escape.
make sure you got your pepper spray ready. And
Well, they only have nightsticks and jail keys, Joe. These are not. You have to research the tech to give tasers and all that stuff. And these
is
are
there
high.
rifle towers?
Not yet, but
No.
they're thinking about adding them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try to.
Haven't they ever seen The Yard? Come on, man. That should be required research for the developers of this game if they have not seen The Yard.
I'm sure that they have, but here they come, and they all have names. In fact, I can put my name in the game, Joe, and specify my crimes. I am one of the early alpha testers.
Oh, that's cool. So that's part of one of the bonus packs, right?
Right. Yeah, Jim Jones is here. Isn't he the
Liam,
guy that created Jonestown?
James Jones,
Right, we have murderers here. I mean,
manslaughter.
right,
Jeez.
right, murder, attempted murder. There's a 36-year sentence.
So already we have them just standing by the road while two guards take him in. This doesn't seem very
Right,
secure.
we're making a lot of money, so maybe we should hire 2 more guards, Joe.
All right.
Yeah, because they're gonna start running, dude. So tell them to go inside and relax. You're gonna be here for a long time. All right. Oh, okay. He's got to go poopy. Oh.
we.
All right. I like how they look very cartoonish. I don't know why. It's almost like I like these graphics. It's sort of a throwback.
Well, it makes the game run smoother too. This game runs really smooth.
Right. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of computational. Oh, that guy urinated. Urinating. What is
Right on
wrong
the
with
floor?
him?
Right on the floor?
Yeah. What is his crime? Aggravated assault, kidnapping, served his time. And he destroyed our floor here. Oh my God. They're all showering now.
Whoa, why is there water all over the place? Why is it blue?
Oh dear.
Does the drain have to be hooked up to something, or?
You might have a point. Maybe it does.
We got a flood going on.
Maybe the drain has to go like to a pipe.
I don't know.
All right, I have an idea. I'll put a pipe there, but I'll also put 2 drains. Put another drain. Oh my God! What are they doing
It's
in
starting
there?
to go away. It's starting to go away.
That's not good, Joe. That's not good.
Maybe the drain should have been in front of the showers instead of on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah, you might have a point there. That might have been a mistake.
It's not going down. Oh yeah, it is. There, it's slowly going. Well, now it's all gone. What the hell?
I'll tell you what. Just to prevent that from happening again, I'd say just make the whole room.
Plenty of places to escape through.
I would just say fucking. Excuse me. Oh, sorry.
Wow, that is one heck of a shower room.
Oh my God! What was that sound? I heard like the sound of an animal growling. Did you hear that at all?
No,
Can you hear?
I can't hear your sound. So.
Oh my God! It doesn't sound good, Joe.
Now, are there indicators when something major happens?
They're tired.
Go to
Yeah, you'll see icons appearing.
We bought all these beds. Go to sleep.
He's cleaning up their crap. I mean, oh, see, they're still on lockup schedule, so they can't sleep. They don't have any free time.
I see.
If they had free time, they could choose to sleep. This might be the best solution for this shower because I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
With that shower. And you can see there's a fog of war there because there's no security. We sort of can't really see what's going on completely. I think if we put a window in there, probably could, but... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. He's trying to escape, Joe.
Now, can you manually control? Yeah,
no. In fact, wait, yes, you can control
he's
the other
injured.
officers.
He's fighting the officer. The officer's injured.
I don't understand why they're not responding to this immediately, Joe.
They're coming. There they go. They're beating him. They're beating him. Oh yeah, unconscious.
Right. This is why we needed a doctor, Joe. Wow,
that's funny.
That's pretty bad, Joe.
What was his crimes? Let's see what that guy's crimes were. I'm interested in him now.
This guy is an animal.
Oh, he's got a 20.
Years.
Here's why. He's in his first year of a 28-year sentence. He really doesn't give a crap.
Attempted murder twice.
Wow. He pleads not guilty though on all of his charges.
Yeah, including perjury and attempted murder.
Oh, they're going to eat. Except for
Oh,
him. He's
oh no!
unconscious.
Oh, they want to fight again. They're trying to escape. We should have built that fence. Damn it! We've got to stop them. Oh, this is
Oh, this
bad.
is funny.
This is bad. Oh,
Mike never
what?
claimed to be too good at this game. He just claimed he
He's
knew how to
get
play
that
it.
guy. Get that guy. Where are they going? Oh
They're running between the
no!
buildings too.
Oh my God! No,
Oh,
there
this
is an
is
option, Joe. There
hilarious.
is an option. Uh,
Shakedown.
all right, they're all gonna die or something unless we get a doctor in here, dude. Wait, uh, four of them escaped already. Was it really that bad here? I thought we treated them quite well.
It was the flood in the bathroom, man. It just set him off.
Uh,
Uh,
we've got an unconscious officer. There is a way to call, and if I should have called in, I forgot. If there's an emergency, you can call in the riot
Police.
police. We'll call in the paramedics. It's $100, but it'll heal everybody up.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's not even a riot. I mean, it could have been much worse. I mean, well, not really.
Maybe we just don't
Everybody's.
have enough guards. Well, I don't know.
No, we need a fence. They're too tempted to escape because there's no. You know what I mean? They really
Right.
is. It really is. They're tempted to escape because there's just nothing stopping them. You know, it's like if you were in jail, you get taken out of your cell with that has urine all over it, and then all you see is open fields. I mean, you just run, right? I mean, they're only, yeah, there's only a couple of guards, but they made a concerted effort. These are murderers. They're not like in jail for drug possession, which
Well, you're
we
the one
could.
that jacked it up to maximum prisoners.
I mean, that might have been a mistake. I thought we would make the maximum money possible, and in fact, we're still making money from these prisoners, Joe. It's almost like we're back to the way we were when we first started, but we have low cash reserves here. I'm starting to get nervous about finishing this kitchen, and there's a lot of blood. I mean, I don't know what these paramedics are doing,
Here's
but
how we keep our prisoners under control. We beat them until they're unconscious.
right, right. Hold on one second, please. That was a phone call. I'm not answering. You can probably guess who it was. All right. So, is everybody healed now? We have an emergency staff here, paramedics. We're trying to make sure everybody's, you know, healthy. The cops are tired. That's a big problem because when they're tired, they start walking really slow. They can't chase after anybody that tries to
Maybe that's the
escape.
problem. Maybe we should have made a staff room a while ago.
Yeah, we've got to start focusing back on the basics. And, all right, everybody's healed up now. This guy's basically asleep, surrounded by prisoners, violent criminals.
He's got the janitor there with his mop stick
Right,
to
right.
protect him.
Okay, see, they're hungry now. They're supposed to be getting ready to eat or going to the yard or doing something.
Well, they're on lockup now.
Right. I mean, it may be wise to leave this door locked permanently, Joe, until we can
Oh, look, they're
sort.
surrounding that guard. Look.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
So when it says that they're suppressed, it means they got the crap beaten out of them already. So they're less likely to go off, But
Right.
look, you see the misconduct. That's just from being in the prison. Escape attempt, destruction, attack staff. This is all,
These are 2 hours of solitary.
right. They're supposed to have solitary confinement, but we have no solitary cells. In fact, we have no cells at all, except for the holding cell, which might be a problem. So let's see what we can do about that kitchen and try to get I think we need a rest area, Joe. I think we need a staff room because everybody's going in slow motion now and stuff. Staff room should be pretty easy. Okay.
That warden has done nothing but sit on his big fat butt in that room.
Yep. I mean, that's his thing, man. That's his situation. So I don't know. It's almost like he's one of the prisoners too.
Well, how did they
Uh,
even get fed considering the canteen's not even done? That's
well,
weird.
this is the thing. The prisoners are gonna get more and more violent if we don't finish the canteen. I would put the prisoners first in this instance and say screw it. Let the staff rest on the ground if they have to right now, because right now there's no food at all.
Right.
Only bad things can come of this. In fact, I'm not really sure what we're waiting for here. We need to get this thing up and running. Um, let's see. So
See what you need.
we got 4 cookers, we've got 4 sinks and 4 fridges. We're gonna need at least 4 serving tables and 4 tables and 4 benches. All right, I'll show you how this works. Actually, I might be wrong about that calculation. The serving tables are going to be really important. This is where they bring the food out. So that's where the food's collected by the inmates. Um, are we running out of money? No, almost.
Getting low.
Yeah.
And we've got more prisoners in 12 hours unless you turn that off.
Oh, right, right. Dude, should we accept more prisoners
Sure,
or
why
are
not?
we?
Well, I mean, we're already running pretty long on this video. Let's wing it. Let's see what
Right,
happens. This is a
right,
learning thing. I've already learned a lot, so
right. Serving table. We have 4 in progress. Now we need tables, and I'll show you why we need the bench, because the benches go around the tables, of course. Just got to make sure there's room. So we got a table there,
you need
bench
table and then a
here.
bench next to it. Oh wow.
Right. See, what you're basically doing is creating a place for them. Did I just do that wrong? No, I think that's correct. You're basically creating a place for them to sit, at the table to eat. But the way things are now, not looking too good. People are hungry. They can't make ends meet. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, so I'm getting real tired. And there's a table there, and there's a bench, and people are gonna sit there because
Oh,
I'm
you need to
telling them.
hire a chef too.
Oh, we need at least 4 good chefs, Joe, in this scenario
Ah,
here.
they don't have to be good.
See how it's lined up? That's the right way. And here it looks unbalanced. I don't know
Yeah, I don't know
why.
what's going on there. Maybe it's I've seen that do that actually until they build stuff sometimes too.
Yeah, it might lock into place once it's done, so to speak. Like, say, like that doesn't look right, dude. Look,
You can't get around through that door now, can you?
oh, they'll find a way. We need at least 3 tables. In fact, the canteen probably could have been a bit bigger. But what we do need right now, like we said, are chefs. But what's that sound? Is that you?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Okay, that's your mic. I thought some kind of earthquake was taking place in that holding facility. All right. So yeah, Joe, we need some cooks, man. Uh, I would say go for four cooks if we can, and have them start boiling up some brew, because these guys are gonna get hungry, and if they get too angry, nothing's gonna stop their rampage. Already we've had 4 escapes, which is a massive, massive loss. One thing that we did forget to build was showers. So while they are showering in there, I'm pretty sure they're not too happy. We have 4 prisoners awaiting solitary confinement. We don't have solitary confinement cells. It's possible we could build them back here.
We still have to build a yard and showers, yeah, for the basic detention center money to kick in.
Right. And I'm starting to think we should probably build a fence, like from here, like wonk, like across these buildings. somewhere so that they cannot escape, and worry about some. I think escape should be our primary concern at this point. Yeah, see, this is a problem. We don't have enough. We don't have enough security, really. I don't think. Um, Either that or everybody's tired. All right, so they should be cooking up.
Why is it that the main administration building only has light down the middle of it? What's up with that?
Huh? It looks like
Or is
some
that
light
just a
bulb.
fog? I mean,
No, I don't. Oh yeah, is it the fog of war?
okay.
I'm not sure. Can I make him move or anything? No, even he's tired and he can't rest without a staff room.
This is a prison just as much for our office workers as it is for the inmates.
Right. Oh, it is the fog of war, Joe. You say
Okay,
we
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
move
I
that
see.
worker.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, we need a rest area, but we are running out of money. Um,
If we can do the shower in the yard, we could get that 10
well, we
grand.
could. I mean, this should not be designated a holding area. Technically, it should if we have a real shower or if we have real cells, but this is a shower room and it should be, I think it should be designated as a shower room. Now we just need a yard, you know. Um, we can't, I don't know where to designate the yard. I mean, we could designate a yard with
It needs a
nothing
fence.
around it, but it's very dangerous to do so, Joe. We
How
could
about we give them 1 pixel of yard?
we could do that, but they'll all be in that 1 pixel and they'll start fighting, Joe.
The
And we could,
first rule about Fight Club?
I mean, we could put it right maybe here, like a
I
little.
was kidding.
We could do it like that, Joe.
And then just fence it in.
Fence it in. We should fence the whole place in, but we don't have the resources right now. Yeah, it has to be at least behind a door. So yeah, we do have to fence it in. And fence. Where the hell's the fence? Oh, what am I doing? Um, oh crap. Right, we don't want them to go there without the fence because then we're gonna have a bigger problem. I can't really see. I
At least the
can't.
fence is fairly cheap.
Yeah, I mean I can't see where the yard, where I just built the yard. I can't say. So let's say, and then we'll put what for the door. It should be like uh um yeah, I guess another jail door. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Because we can't just let them roam free,
Right.
and they'll just walk out the door and leave again.
Well, now you've got them going outside to go into the yard. Couldn't we just make them go into the yard from the building itself?
Ah, that's a good idea, Joe. I didn't think of
That
that. We'll
that
put a
might have
jail.
be easier. Yeah, take away the outside one.
In fact, we might not even need a jail door. We could just put a regular door there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they can't.
Unless that's a requirement of the yard. I don't know. What is the
I don't
requirement?
think it is. In fact, it just needs a door. That's it. So we'll put a door there, and that will require them to. I mean, no, they're not going to walk out there when it's not yard time because they know they can't escape from there, Joe. I think. If not, we can reinforce the door. I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to get to the rooms, and for this yard, I'm trying to put down. Make sure that the yard is
I
the
think
yard.
the last
Here
two.
we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. You
Yeah,
got it.
there we go. Yeah, now it's a yard. And see that cop has to open the door, and or whoever the corrections officer, and he's very tired, and everyone's getting tired. We need that extra room. I think we'll get some more money once this yard is done. No? What? The yard has been built.
However, what's it say?
Oh no, it's got to
Five
be
by
at least
five.
5 by 5.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
you got to be kidding me. Oh, that hurts. That's gonna be tough because we're gonna have to make the yard bigger. We'll just make it 6 by 10, whatever. All right, so remove. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Uh, Object. We're just gonna have to remove. Oh boy.
See, this is where this game is not very intuitive at all.
Right. Like I want to dismantle this, but I'm not
It wasn't
seeing.
an object though, was it? It was a material, I think. That's probably why.
Oh, right.
There
Demolish
you
the
go.
walls. Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah. See, now it's kind of easy. Yeah, but you're right. There's a sort of lack of. You kind of get confused because a lot of the functions are very similar, and you start wondering, gee, what am I doing here, or whatever.
See, The
Um,
Sims never had that problem for the most part. Not The Sims, I'm sorry, like SimCity.
right. You never really had to micromanage and such to such an extent, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, now it's separate
Now
into
you've
two
got to,
yards.
yeah, you're gonna have to
Right, we
connect
gotta
it,
change that. Yeah, right. I
and then
see.
you got to build another fence.
There we go. The fence is where I think I got it down.
All
Right?
right,
We're building it.
here comes the prisoners.
Oh,
15 of them coming in.
oh my,
15 maximum
Joe.
security
Hold on,
prisoners.
hold on, Joe. Hold on. We're gonna need.
This is gonna be
Uh,
awesome.
Joe, they're not getting in the way, Joe.
What
Hold on.
about the security head or whatever?
He needs an office, and
Oh,
we don't
gotcha.
have time for that, Joe. We have to make sure these guys don't go wild. All right. That's as much as our budget will allow, I'm afraid. We have now how many officers? We have
Well, we
nine
should probably
security
stick something
guards.
in the yard for them to do. Maybe they won't kill each other then. Can you throw some shit in there? Is there like a basketball court or?
Oh wow, I'm surprised. I thought that you were against.
No,
Well,
that's a basic thing,
there's weights.
They don't have basketball. We got to talk to
Uh,
these developers, man.
well, they would attack each other
Well,
playing
yeah, but you got to
basketball.
play basketball in prison. That's all the prison movies have that. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, one staff member is so exhausted. Oh, it's dinner time, or it's lunchtime, Joe, or dinner time.
But you're
What's the
still in lockup. Why
what?
is that?
What do you mean in lockup?
Top right says lockup. Is that just because of the time?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Let me see. In fact,
Okay.
hmm,
Or is it because you
they
did a
eat.
lockdown?
They eat. No. We can set them to do all sorts of different things, Joe. Um, in fact, lockup time is just sort of like they're supposed to just sit in their cell and do nothing.
Gotcha. I see. And it's coming up to shower.
Right.
Which will have another giant flood on our hands, probably.
I don't know. I want to see what happens now that you mention that.
Look at all those drains. That's
I'm gonna
insane.
bring this cop in here and have him take a look at what's going on in that shower. Oh, they're all sleeping. Look at this. How cute. They're like,
They're suppressed.
they're like the seven dwarves over here.
There's 15 more coming.
Oh my God.
Somebody's gonna get shanked because there ain't enough beds. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy. Yeah, we better turn off the intake after this show. That's too much.
Oh, I want to see this. I want to see this. This is awesome.
Um, this is very dangerous. Beyond our capacity. We haven't planned for this show.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh my God.
It's okay. This is just a test.
Right.
Look at our income, though. Look at that, 1,900 now.
Right. This is going to bring us back, Joe.
If they all
anything,
survive and don't run away.
right. We should have. Unfortunately, we haven't researched it, but if we had some way to monitor what's going on in there, maybe also deployment and deploy a bunch of officers in this room because, I mean, they spend a lot of time in the kitchen because they know that's where most of the trouble starts, or maybe they're hungry or something. I don't know. But I mean, the without deployment and patrol, like you can set patrols and deployment, and like you can set certain areas to have certain only allow certain types of prisoners, so you can
I think they're going
segregate.
to the kitchen to sit down and rest. That's what I think.
Oh, you know what? You might have a point because we don't have a restroom. That
Uh-huh.
should be the next thing that we build, Joe. But I'm scared that this is going to break out into a big
I think
fight
this is
soon.
gonna. I want to see it. I want to see it happen.
I'm scared that there's going to be trouble. I mean, this guy, he looks like he's trouble. Sentenced to 12 years for multiple crimes, including torture, trafficking, and perjury.
Well, none of them have peed on the floor yet, so.
Not yet. Not yet, Joe, because they're all going to the bathroom at the same time, just like I predicted.
Hey,
Some
you
of
get
them are taking the shower.
16,000s rolling in. There we go. Now you got some money.
Oh, wow. Oh, we completed the grant
Mm-hmm.
of doing what? I'm not sure. Oh, the yard, yeah.
Yeah.
The yard
Yep.
has been used. See, the yard actually has to be used and to get the grant money. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's exercising. Look at him. Free time. Maybe that's good. It keeps their mind off the trouble. It keeps their mind off the fact that they're in jail for torture, assaulting an officer, false imprisonment,
I'm gonna
violence.
take a brief break here. I'm gonna get me a cup of something to drink.
Alrighty, Joe.
If something happens, pause it so I can watch it go down.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. In fact, I am going to get some. Wait, do I have any coffee left? It's a little bit cold, but it's alright. I don't see anyone rioting, Joe. We might have struck the right balance. We'll have to wait until he comes back. Let's see what we can research next. The problem is going to take place when they go eat. They're going to try to escape again, and I have a feeling they're going to be somewhat successful, unfortunately. Hire at least 2 janitors. Well, we can do that now. Oh, Joe! Oh dear. Well, we're just waiting for Joe, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say about this. The sound is deafening of these people rioting and going crazy. I don't know why this guy is engaging in misconduct, but he is. He's trying to escape. Let's see what his mentality is. A nice guy who, after trying for countless nights, carry your friends in CS matches, he gives up and ends the life of all of them using his axe. I don't even know what that means. Sentenced to 13 years for multiple crimes, including aggravated assault, assaulting an officer, and assaulting an officer. I mean, this guy's in the pen for 41 years. He's serving his first year of a 41-year sentence. What's interesting to me is that in this game, like, all right, you got like multiple convictions. This guy's got like 10 counts of perjury. Like, what is going on here? Serving 40 years for 10 counts of perjury. This guy murdered somebody, and he pleaded guilty. He's only serving 25 years for murdering somebody. I mean, I don't know what kind of sentences this judge has handed down. All right, Joe. Well, Joe is not around. This is I have the game paused here, and I'll just wait. Anyway, this game was designed to be a somewhat realistic simulation, but I've never heard of a prison being
half open this way and having all this unused space. It's sort of like maybe we messed up in our design. You know. Hello,
All
Joe.
right, I'm back.
Hey. Yeah, there's a problem, dude. There's a riot going on. This guy has gone crazy, and I just noticed it while I was hiring gardeners and stuff. And he is just going wild. I'm gonna unpause it now, and we'll see what happens. Um, he's unconscious. Um, I guess that's over with now. But
That was quick.
yeah, wow, these guys are on the move.
At
I
least they
hired
didn't run out.
Yeah, I
This
hired some support staff for our cleaning needs. Um, maybe we should get an infirmary in here um, right away. You know, like a doctor or something. Joe,
Yeah,
what's going on here? Aren't they supposed to be? Oh, look! Oh, they're cooking up a storm here, Joe.
yeah.
There looks like they're bringing it out for it to be served. Let's see what happens. This is my biggest fear, Joe.
When they walk out to go to
Yeah,
lunch.
it's lunchtime and it's gonna go all to hell.
Okay, here it goes.
Oh God, no!
Here it goes. Oh, dang! Look at that pile up. They are hungry.
Yeah, what is going on in the
They're
yard
waiting on a
here?
guard. There we go.
Right.
Guard's opening the door, and
Oh
here we
my
go. Let's see
God.
how many run for it.
Oh my God. Oh, this guy's seriously injured. I mean, he
Oh,
might die.
there goes the guy. He's running. He's running for
Oh,
it. There goes two.
what the hell's going on here, man?
I think fences are the way to go in this
They're
game.
all trying to escape.
Fences are definitely a. Go ahead and call the police. I want to see that.
Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, I'm sorry, Joe. Yeah, we need the riot police or some thing.
Oh, this is awesome.
All right, now we're gonna take care of business. These guys aren't going nowhere.
I think a couple of them are going. There goes one. Oh,
Oh, damn it!
here they come. They're trucking him in, the riot police.
All right,
Oh, dang.
where the hell are they getting out of here from? Oh, he's trying to get out. Look.
Yep, they go through the building. Yep. Here, when I make my buildings, I think I'm actually going to connect them with a dividing wall that you can't get through, so there is no 1 pixel space to.
Right. I mean, there should be at least a fence. There should be no way. I mean, These are violent criminals, Joe, and how they got him through that wall is beyond me. It seems we don't have adequate security, but not only that, we've got an unbelievable destruction here, and also there should be a fence really going
Yeah.
from one entrance to the next. I mean, they're too dangerous to even be let out in a little space. And they're just dangerous. They should be in full solitary confinement at all times.
What's the pile up with the riot at the canteen there? They're just. Oh,
Those
that's
guys
fun.
actually ate. I mean, the other ones are severely injured. Let's see if we can get some of the riot police out, but we're going to have to bring in some. Oh! Are you kidding me?
Look at him go. Oh, this is hilarious. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, my
He's gonna make
God.
it. Oh, yep.
Wow.
6 escapes today. I do believe the state would be shutting down your prison there.
Well, they get close. They can get close to doing so. But that's very bad. They will eventually shut it down if too many people escape. They give you an ultimatum and stuff, from what I understand. But
I think I'm ready to
start your own,
play the game and see. Splat.
just end it this way with blood. just showing the blood, and that's the end of our prison. Basically, there's no way to. We've this the you know what, the construction of this facility is just fundamentally flawed. It's just fundamentally flawed. I mean, everybody's injured. Those who didn't, try to escape,
I
they're
think I'll start with
injured and
some
dying.
low-risk prisoners first.
Right. I mean, maybe if this had been a low-risk prison population, it wouldn't have been as bad, but I still think there would have been some successful escape attempts that would have just been more sneaky rather than confrontational. Some guy just like running by really quietly. I don't see this as being a good prison. It's not really prison at all. I mean, it's more like a kitchen, a canteen, an office building, and like an animal farm. Like, what is this? That's not normal, dude. So yeah, and plus we've got these horrible people, unspeakable crimes. But it's very, it shows how, when they build these prisons, they have to have security as the number one thing. I mean, first thing you said was to build a wall or a fence around the whole facility. I think you were probably right.
It might be a little expensive, but
yeah, I mean, now we would have the money to do it, but after how much damage? I mean, that you can't solve the emotional damage that's been done to these officers and these prisoners. I mean, they're basically psychologically traumatized from this. I mean, if you look at them, like, they look like, what the hell? They're like sitting in their own blood. I mean, this is a failure of prison. That's it.
But it was a good learning experience for people that haven't played the game.
Yeah, so that's as far as I'm willing to go, Joe. Day 5, 10 people, over 10 people escaped, murderers, 10 escaped murderers, and everyone's bloodied and beaten. So 13 prisoners left that are about to die. So I would say that we did not do a good job, but this is how the game is played. It's just a matter of always having security first, and that's not something that we did. We didn't think about the consequences of just having an open facility here. So yeah, I mean, even if we had put a fence going from this building over here, over here, over here, we could have saved a lot of trouble.
Yep.
And of course, the famous, infamous. This is the most famous part of our prison, I would say. This escape route.
I liked it. I like watching them.
Fundamental flaw. Like, worst architectural design ever for a prison. Whenever you build a prison, make sure you always build a dark alleyway in the prison.
Candy always tastes better in a dark alley.
It doesn't make any sense what I did there. So yeah, that was a lot of fun though, Joe.
It was. We'll have to do a follow-up video, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know, but I'll go ahead and start a prison and see how far I get. So
yeah, it's time for me to go to bed and enjoy your creation of your prison.
All right.
All right. Well, this one's being shut down permanently.
All right, Mike. You have a good one.
All right. Take it easy, Joe. Yep. Oh, whoa.
That's
all right.
the infinity.
How do I come back from that? Well, is my camera on or off?
It's off. There you go. Now you're back.
All right.
All right. Well, go ahead and hit stop and watch it upload to YouTube.
And good night. My wardening days are over, as you can see. I'm no longer a warden.
All right. We'll catch up in the next couple days, and we'll see how my prison has gone.
All right. Have a good night, Joe.
You too, Mike. Thanks for all the tips and pointers.
Thank you. We had fun.
Yep. Was fun. Bye.
Wait, Joe. Joe. All right. Be sure to visit windowsforum.com. I don't know how to publish this. We'll see what we can do.